if your kids are anything like mine, then they are probably pretty active, run around a lot, they wear comfy clothes so that they can move a lot, and inevitably things get ripped and things get torn. And that has happened here with my son's trousers. As you can see, he's made a big hole in the crotch, which I think was from going down a slide. So first thing you need to do is you need to turn the trousers inside out and assess the damage. We can see here that it's just a case of the seam popping. I've snipped away the threads that caught, and all we need to do is sew up that little hole. Now, I make children's clothes, so I have an overlocker, so I would probably just whiz that round, but I'm going to show you today how to do it on a sewing machine. You need to firstly trim the threads so that they are, it's a nice clear opening for us to sew up. You don't need a fancy machine to work with jersey. I have a basic Janome sewing machine, and if you wanted to, you could just sew the hole up using this stitch here, which is a simple zigzag stitch. My machine has a selection of stretch stitches, so that's what I'm going to be showing you how to use today. This one here, G, is a faux overlock stitch, so I'm going to be using that. So I turn my stitch selector to G, and I move the stitch length to a stretch stitch, and that will give a really good finish on the leggings. We can see that the hole is not too big on this pair of leggings, just over 1 inch, but we do need to keep the fabric, the two pieces of fabric together. You can use pins, but they will leave a small hole in a knit fabric like a jersey, so I like to use these little sewing clips. A hole this size just needs one to hold those pieces of fabric together. So make sure that you have got thread that coordinates to the colour of the stitching in your garment, and you start a little way down and you'll finish a little way as well. So you just sew that hole up, making sure the needle goes into the line of stitches. You need to go forwards and backwards a little bit just to make sure that the stitches at the start and at the finish are held in place. So we just go forwards a bit and backwards a bit, and then carefully sew the hole up. When you come to where the hole is, do be careful not to overstretch the fabric. You don't want to stretch it too much. Just carefully go along, taking the clips out as you go. And then you'll see that we come to where the original stitching is in place, and we're just going to continue just a little bit further on to hold those stitches in place. And then we go back a bit just to finish it off, and pull that away, trim the threads, and you can see there that we have just neatly filled that hole in. All you need to do now is just trim the threads to make them so they're not going to catch on anything from the start and the end of your sewing. So trim all of them off, and there you have sewn up the hole in your leggings. And if you turn them the right way out, you can see that hole is neatly sewn up. It's not going to catch anymore, and those leggings should last a good while yet. There you have it, how to sew up a hole in leggings.